I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go. I know I should sleep, but the voices in my head go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am super excited, but today is a fun day. It's Friday Fun Day, and I am here to talk about a few things. But first off, I'm upset. I'm upset with the NFL season. I don't know who else needs to hear this, and I'm going to wait for a few more people to join, but I don't know if I'm the only one. But at this point, the NFL has disappointed me. Now, team, go on ahead and get the stats up for me. Jorge, get that up for me on the screen, on the Telegram screen, please. Thank you. Before we get forward and move forward, I want to first off talk about one of the things that's super important is that we talk about a few things, and I don't know where to start when it comes to motivation or being the best or all of these things, but I like to use Deion Sanders as one of those guys. You know, growing up, I grew up on Deion. I grew up on watching him play two sports in the same day. I watched Bo Jackson play two sports, but Deion just did it different, right? And going on ahead and talking about that, you know, Dion was one of the best that did it. He did it on the field and he did it with his mouth. Like the guy was able to go on ahead and do just astronomical things, right? Never mind, you know, he was a Yankee, which I loved. You know, the period that he was with the Yankees, uh, it was amazing. Um, So the chat's going off right away, and I'm responding. So one of the things I want to talk about is, no, today is not a sales motivation chat or the situation. Today we're talking about like one of the things that comes to heart is how what's going on with Deion Sanders and his son. Um, you know, is incredible. Um, one of the things that I come to realize is the NFL has orchestrated and shown collusion, right? You could say what you want about what happened with him, his attitude pre-draft, but if there's any way to get back at Dion, who is the greatest to do it of all time, because you can never hurt that guy. That guy would talk crap and back it up. So what's the only way to really hurt a man who's strong is by hurting his kids. If you do something to me, it doesn't hurt nothing. I'm like, what goes around comes around. But if you did something to my kids, that would just crush me. And that's what the NFL did to see Dion. They were like, here, we couldn't shut you up when you were part of the league, but we'll shut your sons up. And we'll hurt you where it hurts, in your heart. No matter how much bravado and ego you have, the way that man loves his kids, you could tell that, you know what, it's just incredible. And I want to start off with, I got a number of teams here. I got 2, 4, 6 teams. 6 teams in the NFL right now without a win. That you're trying to tell me that if you couldn't stick Shedeur Sanders in this 6 teams, that you couldn't find yourself a winner? And let's talk about one thing. And if we're talking about the teams that are 3-0, let's talk about Cam Ward, the boy out of Florida. That boy was picked top of the line. He went to the Titans, and the Titans are 0-3. Let's go on ahead to the Dolphins. Tua, my dog. I actually liked Tua when he came out of Alabama. I thought he was going to do something down in Miami. But let me tell you something. Tua, trash. Then you go on ahead to Justin Fields. If he's cleared for concussion. Justin Fields? Who is that dude? I thought it was a mistake when you picked up the last guy you guys picked up, Aaron Rodgers. That was the biggest joke. And then you got the Saints, right, with Spencer Rattler. Who's that guy? Over Shedeur Sanders? Are you serious? Then you got the Giants. You got Mr. Cutlets. I forget what his nickname was Tommy Cutlets. That kid was darting in New York with the Giants. And they gave him up for Jackson Dart? Now, let's go down to the Texans. Everybody talked about this guy. He's listed as a starter in the depth chart, but who knows what's going on with C.J. Stroud. There you go. You got 6 teams that have not won one game, okay? And you find yourself in a position where you haven't won a damn football game. Ain't none of them names selling tickets. Maybe Cam. Cam Ward might be selling some tickets. Came out of the U. Everybody knows the U, whatever. But, count that for what it's worth. Then you can go to the teams that only have one win. And this is what's disappointing about the NFL today. Cowboys, Bears, Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs, Ravens, Browns, Patriots, Panthers, Falcons. All those guys with just one win. That's trash. You got Dax. What's that guy still doing in the league? Caleb Williams with the Bears. Geno Smith still around. That guy's with the Raiders. That guy's still around. Shitting me. Talk about another thing. Bo Nix with the Broncos. The Chiefs on this list of teams. Patrick Mahomes. Oh, my God. That guy's Mr. Clutch. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they'll fall apart, regain. They're still early in the season, but 1 and 2 for the Chiefs. That's the only name thus far that I've named that I would say, yeah, okay, I'll go over that guy over Shador. But there's not been a name on this list that I wouldn't supplement for Shador Sanders up until now. Next name, which is surprising because you don't expect this from them because they're always dogs in the trenches, and that's the Ravens. I'm telling you right now, Lamar Jackson is an animal, is a beast. So the fact of the matter is that they don't have a winning season starting off doesn't surprise me because they could pull it together. But besides those two names, thus far I haven't heard one that has the talent or the motivation that I see in Shador Sanders. Now, moving forward, the Browns. They're 1-2, and they're still predicting Kirk Cousins. This guy's, listen, nothing against Kirk, but he's an older guy. What are you going to get, 1 or 2 more years out of him? If you played your cards right and build around this kid, Shador Sanders could easily be a franchise quarterback and be what the Chiefs have in Patrick Mahomes. Don't even get me started on the Patriots because now they got my boy Tommy Cutlets and he's third string. I'm surprised. I'm just like, Drake May. Everybody was talking big things. He could do big things, hopefully, all my Patriot fans. But I was like, listen, man, the Patriots will never be the Patriots again. They are they're the Pats. Like they were before Tom Brady gave him the name the New England Patriots. Because let's not get one thing twisted. Before Tom Brady, there was a bunch of bums in New England. I mean, I did no disrespect to Steve Grogan back then with Irvin Fryer just crushing it out there in New England. They went to the playoffs, played Miami, beat them, and then lost to the Bears in the Super Bowl. Now, let's talk about the Panthers. What a debacle in Jacksonville. Do you really think that at any point you guys are going to go anywhere with Bryce Young? I mean, he needs to pick it up and show some heart. The defense needs to step it up. The Falcons. You're talking about a disaster of an organization. And at this point, I mean, I don't even take the Falcons serious out of this big list. So what I'm getting at is, in life, there goes to show you, this is the flip side to everybody saying, money and your dad and this. This is a perfect example on when the NFL comes together and says, we're going to ban. And I don't know how Cleveland snuck in at the end and picked them up in the 5th round. It's crazy. Like, did they go against any type of, I wonder if they went against any type of, all right, nobody's going to get them. We'll keep them on the sidelines. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So with that said, it's like one of those things where, I think, and this is just me, I think that I find myself in a position where, I don't know if it's the talent that scares these teams. I don't know if it's the fact of the matter that his dad was very, very, very outspoken about certain things in the league, and they're scared that this is the next generation of the Sanders coming out, showing out, talking out. That was one thing that you could never do. Deion Prime Sanders always talked the best crap I've ever seen. And his victory dances, I mean, there was no real swagger to the game. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was swagger back then. You had Michael Irving, you had some smooth brothers. But what I'm trying to get at is when you go on ahead and you go on ahead and you add all those people into the mix and you say, is Shador Sanders better than those people on those lists? With an 0-3 season, I would say at this point, what did you have to lose? You got no name. I mean, I wouldn't buy a jersey on the teams. None of them top 6 teams that have 3 losses. I wouldn't buy a jersey from them if you gave it to me. Depending on who the Giants jersey is, I might be a liar and take it because I'm a diehard Giants fan, and them bums been letting me down for years. For years. I'm so sick and tired of football at this point that it almost feels rigged. It almost feels like the same thing over and over and over again. We're worried about concussions. I watch football because I wanted to see a guy knocked out. I don't know if I'm the only one in America, but that Gen X, we was about that life, boy. We wanted to make sure we heard everything from the boom, crack. Oh, wow, you heard that? Oh, man, that must have hurt. But ending with what I'm trying to get at is sometimes humbleness can take you further. In the case of the Sanders, I don't think anybody in the league doubts that Shador can be a winning quarterback. Premium or top tier, so I don't want to insult guys like Tom Brady. And again, let's talking about Tom Brady. I'm no Stephen A. Smith. I'm no Skip Bayless. I'm no Chris Collinsworth. I'm no Tom Brady. I'm no John Madden. But what I am is a fan. And if I'm going to dedicate time on Sunday to watch my team, I hope my team will win. And when they don't, I could find disappointment. But moving forward and all of that, remember, sometimes in life, humbleness will get you farther. Not that I would say Dion needed to do things differently, but I think that along the way, he proved a lot of powerful people wrong, and he was like, you ain't gonna boy me. And they're showing him that we may not have got you back then, but we got you now. And we'll eventually get you. The NFL is a big boys club where they go on ahead and they make the rules as they go. Prime example, 6 teams that are 0-3 and more than 10 teams that are with 1-2. So again, you make your own synopsis. You come up with your own judgment. But in my opinion, the NFL is rigged. The NFL is full of old-timers who still want to control the game and control the atmosphere. And we're gone beyond that. I'm about to go on ahead and start watching cricket. I think that's what I'm going to do. But again, today's ramble is I'm just so disappointed with the NFL and Sunday football and just football in general where we've gotten to today to where I'm going to start something new on Sundays and not watch football because I'm fed up. Yeah. Moving on, one of the things I wanted to talk about is today we are going to be having a serious conversation with a special guest coming this afternoon. We'll be coming back on at 3:30 p.m. Hopefully we'll have everybody tuned in. Yes, for real we are. So we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have a serious conversation, and our special guest will be announced later on. But I wanted to thank everybody who took time. I'm getting some text messages, and I wish you guys, instead of texting me, I'm looking good, put it in the chat. Good Lord, for the 4 or 5 of you who text me, if you put it in the chat, it'd be so much more appreciated. But again, thank you guys. I really appreciate everybody. And again, if you're feeling the same way I am about the NFL, I think they got a cricket channel. You may want to check out cricket. I'm still trying to learn the rules. If anybody knows, go on ahead and give me a DM and let me know what the rules are to cricket or where I can find them. I really appreciate everybody. And again, I was just my morning vent. I wanted to get on here and just vent a little bit because, again, I've been watching this thing unfold week in, week out, week in, week out. And you know what? I'm just over it. I'm just over watching. I don't want to get too political because I got banned on one platform, but the way we're going as a society is really, really, really just troublesome. And Sunday football is the start of it. This NFL is just falling apart. My next segment when I rent will be on where we are with baseball and the time clock and all of that. But those are my just daily vents. I just appreciate everybody who popped on and watched me while I vented for these NFL. This week's lineups, I'm not really even interested in. I'm not doing fantasy this year. No, I'm not. As somebody just asked me, no, I'm not doing fantasy football. Um, oh, so some people are watching that don't actually have a login, so they're watching on somebody else's phone who said doesn't want to put out their name. So I get it. I appreciate it, Papa. All right, one time to the guys in the back. I really appreciate my team. We did a stress test this morning. It seems like we were a little late, but we passed the 20 minutes. It's been wonderful with you guys. I really appreciate everybody tuning in and going on ahead. It's important. And again, I really want to take a moment and give a special thank to the protection team because without the team, I couldn't make it happen. Without them, it's not possible because this cannot be done with just one person. So to the people in the back, I really appreciate you guys so much. And my team is the best. I really appreciate everybody and stay tuned again. We are coming to you today